Hi there. Welcome to live stream Yoga with Louise, tips and cues to keep you safe and strong on the mat. Today we are doing an all-over workover, celebrating the whole body. We're going to be working strength, toning, and conditioning. As always, play where you're comfortable, modify if you need to. Take a time out by pausing the stream should you need a rest. You ready to work? Let's hit the mat. We're going to set up for today, standing towards the bottom end of the mat with room to play in front of you. Stack your feet in parallel underneath your hips, tuck your tailbone under, pull your belly button in, and start with your hands on your hips. Relax your spine so that you've got a neutral spine position, soften the knees, and then give me a little pelvic tilt to the 12 o'clock position and release back to neutral. Tilt to 12 and release. You're going to give me 8 more little pelvic tilts, and then we'll move into a full pelvic rotation. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, you're going to start tracing a little pelvic circle in one direction. A nice 360-degree rotation through the pelvis. Shoot for about 10 rough repetitions in one direction, and then after you've completed 10, you're going to move in the other direction. 6, 3, last one. As you complete the last one, you're going to stand up nice and tall and you're going to roll down from parallel. Nod your chin to your chest, hollow out through the belly, mobilize down through the spine and the core. And then root through your feet, peel back up, restacking and realigning your body. Find a steady rhythm of your own. Inhale to prepare. Use a whole exhalation to peel down with control. Take a recovery inhalation and then use a whole exhalation to peel back up to your start position, stacking shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles. Make sure that you're coming down with control, that you're using your core, that you're using your spine to control the roll down. You're going to give me 2 more, and then we're going to take it into some plank walkouts. If the plank walkout is too much for you, you're going to stay with the roll down. On your next journey down, soften the knees as much as you need to and walk out into a plank line. Hold, body line nice and parallel to the floor, and then creep back to your start position. Shooting for 10 repetitions if you can manage it, and taking a time out should you need it. Make sure you're bracing the tops and the back of your thighs and your core, holding the plank for a few seconds before you creep back to your start position. 8 more to go. Keep breathing. Make sure that you're not holding on to the breath, nice and strong through the shoulders and the core. 7, 6, 5 more to go, then we'll ease our way into a 4-point kneeling frame. 4, last 3, 'Nice and strong through the shoulders, brace your core, make sure you're nice and parallel to the floor. Last 2. The next time you ease your way into a plank line, you're going to try and hold for me for at least 10 seconds. 8, 6, 4, 2. You're going to drop into a 4-point kneeling frame from here. Check that your hands are stacking underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips, and that you're not leaning into the arms or pushing back through the legs. Hold your body weight steady. Don't drop your head. Give me a nice long line through the neck and the spine, and look down towards the mat between your two thumbs. Without popping and rotating through the shoulders, you're going to lift and hold your left arm alongside your head. Then rotate the palm in towards the center line and tap out to the mat 10 times. Focusing on trying to keep your shoulders as stable as you can on both sides, with your core braced and your inner thighs softly switched on. Give me 4, 3, 2. As you complete your last one, draw back to 4-point kneeling. Release your wrists if you need to. We're going to repeat with the left leg. Slide the left leg out behind you, keeping the big toe connected to the floor. Then softly draw up from the kneecaps along the back and the front of the leg. Hold that long line, trying to keep steady on both sides of the pelvis. And don't be afraid to open up your hands a little bit wider if you need to. Bring that leg only up to about hip height, then softly tap out to the mat and come back to your start position, not arching too much through the spine. So trying to keep a long line through the neck and the spine. 4, 3, 2. You're going to end with that leg extended. Hover the opposite arm, holding for 10 seconds. Nice and strong through the core. And you're going to tap the arm and the leg simultaneously, shooting for 10 soft repetitions. 7, 5, 3. Last one. Draw back to your 4-point kneeling frame. Kick back in child if you need to, or ease your way into a down dog by floating your bum up to the ceiling. Then play with your foot position by drawing the heels way up off the floor and then dropping them back down towards the mat. You can give me little spider fingertips if you're feeling the wrist line. Then end with a soft knee and give me little knee bounces, keeping your high toe position with the weight off the heels. You're going to use that little bouncing motion to step or hop towards your hands, landing just in front of your arm line. You're going to come into a little forward fold and you're going to bend and extend through the legs, trying to keep your palms or your fingertips connected to the mat, or maybe just hanging from the waist in a tabletop line and bending and extending here. Keep your belly button softly pulled into the center line. Then soften through the knees, peel up and place your hands on your hips. You're going to keep a soft knee line, so don't lock them out. Give a little micro bend in the knees. You're going to gently hinge forward from the waist, coming into a tabletop line, and then come back to your standing frame. You're either going to stay here, just hinging forward into table and coming back up, or you're going to add a little heel lift as you come up. Hinging forward at the waist as you come to standing, almost launching or pushing yourself off the toes as if you wanted to tap the ceiling with your head. Keep your belly button softly pulled into center. Let's do 5 more. 4. Last 3, then we're going to hold a little tabletop line and we're going to play with the arms. As you hinge forward the last time, try to hold that tabletop line and extend through the legs as much as you can. Gently sway back and forth and find a midway point between the balls and the heels of the feet. Float the arms overhead, back of the hands looking into the center line. Then swim dynamically, reaching back as if you wanted to tap your hips, and then coming back to your start position. Give me 7, 6, keep the weight bearing equal on your feet. Feel those inner thighs switched on. Make sure your core is braced. Once you've completed your last one, you're going to soften through the knees and ease your way back to your 4-point kneeling frame on the mat. Check that you're not dropping the head and collapsing through the shoulders. Nice long back and neckline. You're going to hover the left knee off the floor, brace into the foot, and then give me a little donkey kick up and float back down to your hovering knee position. So you're contracting through the hamstring as you come up, hinging from the hip angle behind the leg. Let's do 3, 2. You're going to end with that knee hovering off the floor. Then you're going to extend the legs softly behind you and come back into your bent leg position with a soft toe line the whole time. Try to even out your body weight distribution on the 2 arms and the 1 knee connected to the floor. So take your hands a little bit wider if you need to and keep your core braced. You're going to give me 2 more. Then you're going to end with that leg long and lengthened and extend your opposite arm out. We're going to go into a little bird dog. Elbow and the knee come in towards the midline and then extend. Knee and elbow together, extend. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, we're going to find our way down onto the belly and we'll use a bent knee chaturanga. Bend the elbows, but don't chicken wing them out. Keep hugging them in towards the ribs. Trying to hover your chin just off the floor. Then ease your way onto the belly. Legs soft and relaxed in parallel. Bend your arms, stacking the forearms in front of you and resting your forehead, not your chin, your forehead on the back of your hand so that your neckline is in neutral. You're going to lift both legs off the mat simultaneously and float back down. Don't bend the knees and donkey kick up. I want a small little draw up from the kneecap along the quad and the hamstring to make both legs float up, whisper softly, and connect back softly to the mat. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2. The next one, you're not going to see much. You need to feel it. Close your eyes and take your focus in. Make your belly button heavy to the mat so that there's no space between your belly button and the mat. Then suck up the belly button, making a little pocket of air underneath the belly button, and relax. Belly up, 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 relax. You're going to give me 3 more, and then we're going to combine the belly up with a double leg lift. Give me belly up, lift and extend both legs behind you. Bring it down, relax your belly. Belly up, lift, extend, down, relax. 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 Let's do 5 more, working with control, making sure that you're not driving from the feet, but rather drawing up from the kneecaps along the quad and the hamstring so that you're using the whole of your powerhouse and not just your glutes to float those legs up. Once you've completed your last one, you're going to change your arm position. Keep the elbows bent, tuck them in towards your rib cage and place your hands alongside your bosom. Using an extended leg line or a bent knee, you're going to push up into a little plank. Hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. You're going to gently drop to your 4-point kneeling frame on the mat. Watch that you're not dropping your head. Give me that long neckline. Keep your gaze down on the mat between the 2 thumbs. You're going to raise up your right arm in line with the ear trying to keep your shoulders as stacked on both sides as you can comfortably manage. Then rotate the right palm in and begin tapping the pinky to the mat, the pinky or your ring finger to the mat, and bring it back to your start position, trying to keep your table as stable as you can. Let's do 3 more like this, then we'll do the same with the right leg. Ease your way back to the table, and that neckline in the spine stays long and lengthened the whole time. Slide the right leg out behind you. Draw up along the kneecap and the quad to float the leg up, and then hold that line as if you were trying to tap the wall behind you. Don't collapse through the shoulders. Push the mat strongly away. Make sure that your core is braced. Then when you're ready, give me a little toe tap up and down, shooting for 10 repetitions if you can manage it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You're going to end high. Float the left arm up, holding opposite arm and leg for 10 soft counts. 6, 4, 2. You're going to tap the arm and the leg simultaneously to the floor. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The last one. Kick back in child pose from here, or find your way to a down dog, friend. Taking a nice little stretch into the front and the back chain of the body, and then play with your foot line by bringing the heels up high off the floor and then dropping them back down. Feeling a nice bit of work through the back chain of the legs, especially through the tight little spot behind the knees into the calves and the Achilles. And then keep that tiptoe position, bend through the knees, and give me little bounces with the knees. 6, 4, 2. You're going to use that bouncing motion to step or hop just behind your arm line. And then give me a little forward fold, bending and extending through the legs. Trying to keep fingertips or palms, if you can manage it, connected to the mat. Really begin opening up that back chain of the legs. And then still yourself, soften the knees, ragdoll style. Make sure you bring your head up last. Give your blood pressure a chance to stabilize. Place your hands on your hips. Keep your knees soft, don't lock them out. You're going to hinge forward, coming into a little tabletop line, and then peel back to your start position. Hinge forward, peel back, stay there, or add a little heel lift the next time you come into extension. 8, 7, 6, 5. Feel that draw along the inner thighs and that beautiful little tug or pull up from the pubic bone towards your breast line. Let's shoot for 3 more. Then we'll come into a little tabletop line and we'll play with the arms. As you complete your last one, try and straighten up through the legs. Float the arms overhead, back of the hands looking in, and then begin a gentle sweep or an arcing motion through the arms. Trying to keep the weight balance equal between the balls and the heels of your feet so that not only are the feet switched on, but your inner thighs need to work and your core needs to work to stabilize you on the mat. Let's do 3 more. Then we'll ease our way back into a 4-point kneeling frame on the mat. Soften through the knees, connect once more to the mat. Set up your tabletop line. Watch that your weight distribution is equal on the arms and the legs. And you might want to even open up the arms a little bit wider. We're going to work that little donkey kick on the right. Soften the right knee, hover it off the floor, brace into your foot. Hinge from the hip as if you wanted to kick the ceiling with the foot so that you can feel a nice little contraction in the hamstring as you swing that leg back and forth, working with control and looking for that little squeeze in the hamstring as you bring that foot up to kick the ceiling. Let's do 4, 3, 2. You're going to end with the knee bent and hovering off the floor. Then extend the leg long behind you and draw back into your bent knee position. Bending and extending through the leg. Stopping when both knees are alongside one another. So lots of control through the inner thighs and the core. Let's do 2 more, then we'll take it into a bird dog. End with the leg long and lengthened behind you. Extend the opposite arm out. On an exhale, draw the knee and the elbow in towards the center line and then extend back out. Don't forcefully try to connect the knee and the elbow. Just exhale and work with control as the limbs come in, and then inhale as you extend. Let's do 2 more. Find your way back to 4-point kneeling, modified four-limb staff or a chaturanga. So get onto the belly, bend through the elbows, keep them hugged in towards the ribs. Try to hover your chin off the floor for a second if you can. Ease your way onto the belly, bend your elbows, stack the forearms, and find a comfortable resting spot for your forehead. Double leg lift, drawing up along the quads and the hamstrings, so that you're using your whole powerhouse to make the leg weightlessly lift up and down. You're not driving from the foot, from the knee to the toe. You're passive on both sides. You're making that movement happen by drawing up from the knees all the way to your glutes. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to work that little lower belly area. Close your eyes, take your focus in, make your belly button heavy into the mat. Then suck up that belly button, make a little pocket of air between the belly button and the mat, and relax. Belly up, relax. Belly up, relax. Belly up, relax. Belly up, relax. 5 more. Belly up, relax. Belly up, relax. Belly up, relax. 1 more, then let's combine the 2 together. Belly up, lift and extend the legs, down and relax. Belly up, lift, extend, down, 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 relax. Let's do 3 more, working with control and finding a rhythm of your own. Last one. As you complete your last repetition, slowly float the arms alongside the body, keeping that bend in the elbows, palms alongside your bosom. Using a bent knee or an extended leg, you're going to push into your toes and the palms simultaneously to come into a plank hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Stay here or rotate, knife edging the feet, and give me 5 little side plank rotations. 1 to each side is 1 repetition. 3, 2, last one. You're going to find your way back to your plank line, step or hop, crossing the feet underneath to you. And from here, you're going to find your way onto the elbows. And you can tuck your hand towel just underneath your tailbone, or take the tips of your fingers and just tuck them underneath your lower back for support if you need it. You're going to softly bend the knees, connecting the soles of the feet. Make sure you're not collapsing your ribs into the mat. So you bring the rib cage up nice and high. You're bracing the core. You're keeping your chin softly drop down. But try not to tense the jaw or the neck. Keep the neck and the jaw soft. Just drop the chin so that you're not tensing the back of your neck. You're going to softly float the legs up towards the ceiling and begin tracing a circle in one direction and then the other direction, shooting for between 5 and 10 repetitions. You can use the circumference of a soccer ball or maybe go a little bigger for a basketball, but I want you working with control, keeping those ribs up nice and high, almost using the forearms and the elbows to push the mat away, keeping your inner thighs switched on and your core braced and trying to connect to the full spectrum of your abs as you work the modified hip twister. Let's do one more in each direction. Then we'll hold the frame and we'll play with the legs. Draw back to your start position, bend the knees in a tabletop line, look to the wall at the opposite end of the room and extend the legs, tapping the wall away and drawing back to your start position. Shooting for 10 repetitions, if you can manage it, keeping that core strongly braced. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're going to come into a hollow hold from here. You're going to fall back. Give me a hollow or a scooped frame through the body, palms up to the ceiling and hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Softly drop the soles of your feet to the mat and come to almost a bridge setup frame. We're going to play a little bit with the core. You're going to start with your feet and your knees hip-width distance apart and in neutral spine position, beginning with the head on the floor. You're going to take a big breath in, let's say for at least 5 to 6 counts, filling your lungs to capacity. You're going to come up on the left side of the right knee and you're going to pulse 3 times. So it's going to look like this. Big breath in. Peel down, fill up. Come up on the other side. Peel down, fill up. Come up in the middle, pulsing for 3. Drop back down to the mat, palms up to the ceiling. Take a big breath in. On an exhale, tilt your pelvis to the 12 o'clock position. Scoot to peel up, hovering just off the mat, palms up. And you're going to alternate, reaching side to side as if you were tapping for the corner of your mat, shooting for 10 repetitions. 1 to each side is 1 repetition. I'm going to call that 5, 4, 3, 2. Peel back down to the mat. Take a time out. You're going to repeat that mini circuit 2 more times. Big breath in. This time we're going to pulse for 4. Big breath in. Come up and pulse. Peel down, fill up. Come up for 4 on the left. Peel down, fill up. Come up in the middle for 4. Peel down to the mat, palms up to the ceiling. Take a big recovery breath. Tilt your pelvis to 12 o'clock, scoop to hover just off the mat, and then reach alternatively left and right as if you were reaching with the fingertips for the edge of your mat, shooting for 10 soft repetitions, keeping your chin line soft. If you're feeling the neck, tuck the hands behind the head and reach with your elbow. 3, 2, last one. Roll over onto your side, bracing on your bottom arm, not collapsing, almost pushing the shoulder off the mat, hovering your legs off, and see if you can float the top arm up to the ceiling, holding for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come back into your hollow hold frame, either staying here or executing an inverted 100. Inhaling for a count of 5, exhaling for a count of 5. If holding the scooped frame for you is too much, bend the knees, connect the soles of the feet, use the legs for support. Inhaling for a count of 5, exhaling for a count of 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 2. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly peel back down to the mat and take a recovery breath or two. We're going to do some tailbone lifts. You can either keep your hands palms down on the mat or tap the hands palms down underneath the bum, making a little diamond frame of support for your lower back. Float the legs softly up to the ceiling. Find your midway point at 90, then drop the toes behind the 90 line and lift your tailbones through the 90 line as if somebody was tugging on your toes, bringing them towards your nose and then pulling them slightly up to the ceiling. So a little lift of the tailbones that you feel quite a lot of work south of your belly button. Let's do 3, 2. You're going to use this motion on the last one to rock back up onto your elbows, connecting the soles of your feet to the mat. We're going to repeat that whole little circuit. Make sure that your ribs are nice and high. Rib cage floating up, not collapsing through the shoulders. Chin line soft, no tension in your jaw or your neck. You're going to float the legs softly up to the ceiling and you're going to begin with your hip twister. Tracing a clockwise and then an anti-clockwise circle. And if keeping the legs extended is too much for you, you can work with a bent knee modification using the knees to trace that little circular pattern. Play with it. Work where you're comfortable. Make sure you're staying strong through the shoulders, almost using the forearms and the elbows to push off the mat. Keep your inner thighs switched on and keep your abdominals working. Let's do 3 more to each side. And then we'll hold the frame and we'll bend and extend through the legs. As you complete your last one, bend the knees in a tabletop position, extend, tap the wall away from you and draw the knees back in. Look for that strong inner thigh connection and that contraction through the core as you draw the knees in towards your nose. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, we're going to come into that hollow hold. You're going to fall back and hold that scooped frame for 10. 8, your lower back is heavy into the mat. Weight off the shoulders, about 2 fingers of air between the chin and the chest. 4, 3, 2, softly float down to the mat. Connect your hands, connect your head and just take a little time out. We're going to take that big breath in. We're going to come up on the right. This time we're going to shoot for 5 little pulses, side to side, and then 1 to the middle before we take that little oblique stretch. All right, big breath in, fill your lungs to max. Come up on the right for 5 pulses. Peel down, fill up to capacity. Come up on the left, pulsing for 5. Peel down, fill up, come up in the middle, pulsing for 5. Peel down, palms up to the ceiling. Scoop to peel up, holding your hovering arm position, and then reach left to right to left, feeling those obliques work, and shoot for 10 soft repetitions. If you're feeling the neck, tuck the hands behind your head, and just drop 1 elbow softly at a time, making sure that you're not yanking on the head, but rather supporting the weight of your head into the hands, keeping your neck and your jawline as soft as you can. Then softly ease back down to the mat. Roll over onto your side. Find your side hold, not collapsing your bottom shoulder, so almost pushing off the back of your hand so that your elbow and the shoulder comes off the mat and holding for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, roll back onto the mat, find your hollow frame and go straight into your inverted 100, or drop the soles of the feet to the mat and execute from here. Inhaling for 5, exhaling for 5. Don't take little short breaths. Inhale for a long count of 5, exhale for a long count of 5. Make sure you're hinging from the shoulder and not Mexican waving the hand. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly float back down to the mat and take a little time out. We're going to play with those little tailbone lifts, arms at your side, palms down, or tuck the hands underneath your bottom for support if you can. You can either stay with the prep work or you can take it into a full rollover, but make sure that you keep your chin tucked towards the chest and that you don't look to the side of the room when you play. Find your 90 line through the feet. Drop the toes behind your 90 line. Little tailbone lift up to the ceiling and back. If that feels good, pike all the way up, almost coming into a mini shoulder stand before rolling back down with control through the core. Feeling those inner thighs working, feeling your abdominals working, almost softly pushing through the palms and the arms to support your weight as you come up a little bit higher, almost resting on the shoulder blades before floating back down to your start position. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Rock up into a seated frame on the mat, sitting up nice and tall, and then reach with both of your hands for the toes, almost curling your hands around the toes. See if you can extend one leg at a time. You could modify this by using a strap and feeding your foot into the strap if you like. If the leg won't fully extend, just take it out as much as you can. If the legs feel relatively warmed up and you can quite easily bring the leg into extension, try both together, seeing if you can extend, then bend one at a time, come back up, and bend both together again. Play with it. As you're bending and extending through the legs, try to find a subtle inner thigh and lower abdominal connection as you extend and bend. Making sure you're keeping your belly button firmly pulled into the center line and not allowing that little muffin top tummy to hang on the floor. Let's do 2 more, then we'll ease our way into easy sit. Tuck into easy sit. Let's begin with the right leg in front. Take a big breath in, sitting up nice and tall and trying to stack your shoulders over your hips. On an exhale, softly fold forward, and you could use a block on the floor in front of you to connect your fingertips, your palms, or your forearms to the mat. Gently fold forward. If you've managed to connect the forearms, push back. So pretend that you're using the weight of your forearms to almost push the mat away, and slide your bum bones towards the back of the mat, keeping that belly button pulled in so that you can feel a fair amount of activation on the lead leg. Keep that belly button pulled in. Give me a big breath in. Peel up along the center line. On an exhale, rotate to the right. Opposite hand to knee. Inhale. Exhale, rotate in the opposite direction. You're going to do that 4 more times, pushing the knee away and holding for about 5 seconds before you inhale to transition, exhale to twist and hold. One more to each side. Then we'll come back into that modified forward fold, bending the knees, connecting the soles of the feet, reaching for the undercarriage of the toes, bending and extending the legs one at a time, and trying to open up a little bit more with each successive round, trying to get that leg into a fully extended line if you can. Playing with a double if you can, or sticking to the single if you prefer. Play with it. See where your body wants to go today. Keep your belly button firmly pulled in. Make sure that you're not losing that lower belly connection when you're playing. Let's do 2 more. Then we'll tuck back into easy sit, and this time we'll lead with the left leg in front. Tuck into your easy sit frame. Sit up nice and tall. Make sure that both bum bones are equally weighted into the mat. Big breath in. On an exhale, softly fold forward. Connect your fingertips, your palms, or the forearms to the mat. Fold forward, holding that little stretch. Then gently peel up along the center line. Twist opposite arm to leg, holding for about 5 seconds. Inhaling to transition and taking it over to the other side. You're going to give me 4 more repetitions working with your breath. Let's do 1 more. Then we're going to find our way back to a 4-point kneeling frame. Place your fingertips on the mat in front of you. Creep the hands away. Roll over onto your knees. Retuck into 4-point kneeling. Give me a fisted line on the mat. Tuck your toes under. Lift, hold, and hover your knees for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. Softly walk your fists or your hands back, coming into a little roll up, ragdoll style, checking that your feet are stacking in parallel underneath your hips. Restack and realign, shoulders over hips, hips over knees, knees over ankle. Float your legs into a little Pilates V, and just give me 3 roll downs from the V position. Nod your chin to your chest, hollow out your belly as you peel down, long dangly arms. Find that connection from the big toes through the inseam of your thighs as you start restacking and realigning. Make sure that you're working with control through the spine, through the core. Use your breath, sync your movement to your breath. Last one. As you peel up on your last one, gently float your hands to pray and end off your practice. I must say to you all, thank you so much for coming out and playing with me today. I really hope that you enjoyed today's class. Give me a thumbs up. If you did, remember to shoot me your comments below and to subscribe with your bell on. I shall see you for yoga on the mat tomorrow. Till then, keep it light.